In an unprecedented display of public dissent, Americans from all walks of life converged on streets nationwide on April 5, 2025, to participate in over 200 hands-off demonstrations. These protests, organized by a coalition of more than 150 groups, including civil rights organizations, labor unions, LGBTQ+ advocates, veterans, and election activists, aim to challenge the aggressive policies of President Donald Trump and his close advisor, billionaire Elon Musk. The demonstrations spanned all 50 states, with significant gatherings at the National Mall in Washington, D.C. and various state capitals. Protesters voiced their opposition to the administration's sweeping actions, such as the dismissal of thousands of federal workers, closure of Social Security Administration field offices, attempts to dismantle entire agencies, deportation of immigrants, rollback of protections for transgender individuals, and substantial cuts to federal health program funding. Elon Musk, serving as the head of the newly established Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE), has been instrumental in implementing these cost-cutting measures. While Musk asserts that these actions have saved taxpayers billions, critics argue that they come at the expense of essential public services and vulnerable populations. At the Washington protest, Paul Osadebi, a lawyer for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and a labor union steward, condemned the administration's disregard for federal employees' contributions to economic security. He stated, "Billionaires and oligarchs don't value anything other than profit and power, and they sure as hell don't value you or your life or your community." In Boston, thousands gathered on Boston Common, brandishing signs that read, "Hands off our democracy," "Hands off our social security," and "Diversity, equity, inclusion makes America strong." Hands off. Similarly, in Columbus, Ohio, hundreds braved the rain to rally at the State House. Roger Broom, a 66-year-old retiree from Delaware County, expressed his disillusionment with the current administration, remarking, "He's tearing this country apart. It's just an administration of grievances." In Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, near Trump's golf course in Jupiter, hundreds lined PGA Drive, urging passing cars to honk in support and chanting slogans against the president. Archer Moran from Port St. Lucie emphasized the urgency of the protests, stating, "They need to keep their hands off of our Social Security. The list of what they need to keep their hands off of is too long." And it's amazing how soon these protests are happening since he's taken office. The White House responded to the protests by asserting that President Trump remains committed to protecting Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid for eligible beneficiaries. The statement also criticized Democrats for allegedly advocating the extension of these benefits to illegal aliens, claiming such actions would bankrupt these programs and harm American seniors. While the hands-off from protests have yet to reach the scale of past movements like the Women's March in 2017 or the Black Lives Matter demonstrations in 2020, they signify a growing wave of resistance against the current administration's policies. Organizers hope these demonstrations will galvanize further action and draw attention to what they perceive as threats to democracy, social programs, and human rights.